at least I'll be home, and so we can prepare for Halloween. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. So I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy. At least I'll be home, and so we can prepare for Halloween. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. So I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. So I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy. He's here. Yes, I'm what he bought. I'm just going to SEMA real quick. So I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy. Be home, and so we can prepare for Halloween. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, I just had to check the SEMA real quick. So I'll be home in a sec, but I love you crazy.
The candlelight mysteriously gets brighter, but unfortunately, this had no effect on the strange activity. Things only appeared to get worse. But then one day, the strangest incident happens. The daughter is playing with the doll when the following is caught on camera. If you listen closely, you can almost hear what sounds like a slap. The daughter even says that she was hurt. But what do you think?
She was waiting in the airport when she hears this. A woman named Kendra was at the Cleveland airport in Ohio all by herself when she begins to hear strange noises echoing through the halls. As Kendra enters the building, we can hear what sounds like several feral voices coming from somewhere in the airport. The horrifying video quickly went viral online, with many associating the event with the rise of recent alien activity. On that same day, other people in the area also captured the same strange noises on camera. So, is this just an employee messing around in a speaker, or is this really something inhuman? Let me know what you think.
She went to Mexico and saw this. The girl named Keeney went on vacation to Mexico with a group of 3 friends. At some point during their stay in the hotel room, while the friends were having fun in the room together, Keeney decided to take some photos of her 3 friends in the dark with flash using a disposable camera. After returning home and looking over the pictures, she notices something horrifying. Standing in the bedroom behind the 3 friends, a creepy dark figure of a woman can be seen, as if shrouded in the dark. Upon looking closer, her facial features can be made out, but it looks really creepy. Keeney explains that it was just her taking the picture of her three friends and has no idea who or what this could be, which left her terrified.
Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa.
Ay, Diosito lindo. Ay, Diosito lindo.
¿Qué quieres?
He heard screaming across the yard, then he saw this. A man was just up in his room relaxing when he heard somebody screaming nearby, so he looks out the window and sees something terrifying.
Yo, could you see that in the window?
Through the window, an extremely tall dark figure can be seen scaring somebody on the ground, who appears to be asking for help. Many people say this shadow figure resembles that of the Grim Reaper, or a demon, but let me know what you think.
Алло, привет. Ты в обед сегодня приедешь, нет? Во сколько? Ага, ладно, все, давай.
It's the last occurrence that's hard to explain. Somehow, the garment in the basket appears to throw itself into the washer.
خلاص ولا حاجة. كيف حالك؟ حوامك.
من مات عليك؟
ها؟
من مات عليك؟
ولا واحد. سلام.
أشيل زلط.
ما عاد اشتغل، ما عاد منزلها. يا والله ما. طيب. طيب.
The first thing that stands out about this woman is her complexion. Her pale skin is similar to that of someone who is sick or passed away. The submitter of this footage couldn't agree more that her appearance is uncanny. Now, the comments on the original video believe that this was a clear case of an evil entity pretending to be a person. Even the caption on this video claims that they're non-human, given that a pair of hooves can be seen where their feet should be. Personally, it's hard to tell if that's so, as the video's quality isn't that good, but the sudden voice change and the weird questions, like repeatedly asking who passed away, further makes the so-called person creepy. But like with all videos, you be the judge. Just who or what had come to visit the store owner during the late hours of the night? At around 3 p.m. on a quiet Saturday, Bonita Adonis was home alone watching TV inside her kitchen. It wouldn't be long before her husband came back from the grocery store. According to her, it isn't often the case that she has the whole house to herself, especially considering that her relatives are staying over for a few months. But even they are away from home, leaving Bonita completely alone. However, that may not be entirely true, because based on what was captured on a security camera inside her kitchen, this happened. If it wasn't for the passing figure that briefly appeared, Bonita says that she would have written this off as nothing more than an issue with the stove. But seeing how it shook uncontrollably before lifting up and crashing down only seconds after the shadow makes her think this was anything but a typical appliance issue. Now obviously, stoves don't do this, but it's this fact alone that has convinced Bonita and her family that an unseen presence had done this. And perhaps, as they believe, it's a presence they're familiar with. As mentioned earlier, Bonita's relatives are staying over for a few months. They had gathered there after the recent passing of Bonita's grandmother, who passed away naturally under Bonita's care. Maybe, according to them, this might have been her spirit. But despite what they believe, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly occurred here? Was a ghost responsible for this? Or had something else been at play here that could explain this? Let me know what you think.
Sydney, there's a ghost singing out here. I'm not even kidding you. Come here. Come here. Just sit out here. Just sit there. It sounds like it's coming right next door, and it's not. Nobody's there. I looked. Just sit down. It'll happen. Are you glad I woke you up? What? Are you glad I woke you up? You would want me to, right? What is it? Where is it? It's supposedly coming from over there, but it stops and comes and goes. So you'll hear it. Just sit and listen. Oh my gosh, this is so good.
Can you hear it? If you turn your volume up, you'll hear a soft, almost ghostly voice humming an old-fashioned melody, something straight out of the 1920s. Angelina thought about waking her daughter so she wouldn't have to experience it alone. But something in her gut told her the moment she did, the sound would vanish. And sure enough, the instant her daughter stepped outside, the humming stopped completely.
nighttime somewhere in Argentina when a family gets together for dinner. As all members finish up their meal, one relative begins to record, but as he pans the camera around the room, he captures this. There appears to be someone by the poolside just watching the family from a distance. However, they don't appear to be moving. While it might be that a guest was enjoying their evening by the pool, given that this dinner was taking place at a hotel, something about them seems strange. Zooming in, it looks like they're completely still and seems like their mouth is the only part that's moving. The person recording this immediately stopped filming upon noticing this unusual behavior. Its pale complexion was already enough to spook them. To this day, the relative who took this has no idea who or what was outside the hotel room that they were eating at.
The poster explained that he and his girlfriend had arrived in Gettysburg late Thursday evening and spent Saturday exploring the sprawling battlefield grounds. Around 6:30 p.m. at the wheat field, one of the bloodiest sites of the 1863 battle, they were alone, or so they thought. Later, when reviewing their photos, they were shocked to notice what appeared to be figures resembling soldiers in the background. The image quickly divided opinion. One commenter thought the figures looked more like a family than a troop of soldiers. Another speculated they might be reenactors, perhaps lingering after a demonstration. Despite the skepticism, many agreed that Gettysburg is one of the most haunted locations in the United States, and that seeing something inexplicable isn't unusual.